Hello students. Now in last lecture I have told you that is this same question we will learn with the second formula of Carl Pearson method. So today same question I solve with the second formula. First formula we have already used in this sum. Sum is same. Question also same. Question is find correlation coefficient by Carl Pearson method or by product moment method or by Carl Pearson's product moment method. So in last lecture we have learned about first formula. Now today for the same sum we are using second formula. Now again I confident that all of you know this all the three formulas, but even today I repeat these three formulas. This three formulas is in your examination is for 5 marks. It is for the 5 marks. That's why very important thing. Now I repeat the formulas. R is equal to sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar divide by under root sigma x minus x bar square second under root sigma y minus y bar square. Second formula, R is equal to n sigma xy minus sigma x sigma y divide by under root n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square. Second under root n sigma y square minus sigma y whole square. Third formula. Now how we can prepare third formula? Just replace x by u and y by v. If we are replacing x by u and y by v, then we get the third formula, simplest formula. So my third formula is R is equal to n sigma uv minus sigma u sigma v divide by first under root n sigma u square minus sigma u whole square. Second under root n sigma v square minus sigma v whole square. So these are the three formulas. These are the three formulas which we can use in any sum. But which is the best formula for particular sum? That we can understand afterwards. First, this sum we are solving with the second formula. Now see second formula perfectly. First, we have to decide by attending first question, by seeing the question, we have to decide which formula I need to use. Suppose I decide second formula is used. Suppose I decide second formula is used. So write down first that second formula. Here I have written second formula. So R is equal to n sigma xy minus sigma x sigma y divided by under root n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square second under root n sigma y square minus sigma y whole square. That I have written. Now think. Now please think which columns you need in your question, because actually in question x and y only given. Value of x is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Y is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Only these two columns are given in your question. Now remaining question, which questions you need, that can be decided by formula. Now this is the formula. R is equal to n sigma xy. So first of all we need n. So n is same. N means what? Number of observations. So here values of x given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of observations are given 5. So 5 is my value of n. So what we need actually, that can be decided by formula. First write down the formula and then think which are the requirements to solve this sum. Then you can easily solve this sum. So here first of all we need n. Second thing, sigma xy. So first, don't see sigma. Don't see sigma. See only xy. See only xy. First of all, we need xy. It means x and y multiplication. So to use this formula, we need first x. Sigma means total. Sigma means total. So total can be done afterwards. First we have to find particular data. Then after we can total. So here first of all we need x into y. So my first column should be x into y. So here I have prepared x into y. So xy. So this is the x column. Second is the y column. Multiplication of both. 1 into 2. Answer is 2. Here whatever written by black marker is the answer. Written by blue marker is the question which is given in your question. Remaining columns we are preparing now by observing the formula. Now, first of all, x into y. 3 into 4. 4 3s are 12. 5 6s are 30. 7 8s are 56. 9 10s are 90. This is the column of xy. Now, actually we need what? Sigma xy. What is my requirement? Sigma, total of xy. It's the values of xy, multiplication of xy. Now we are making total of that. So, total of that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total of these 5 values is 190. And its answer, sigma xy. So, first we get value of n, number of observations 5, means n is equal to 5. Second thing, what is the requirement? Sigma xy. So, first we are not seeing the sigma, we are finding the column xy, multiplication of xy. So, first of all xy. Total of that is sigma xy. Now, go ahead. Minus sign, that you know. Now, here answer is sigma x, sigma y. So, sigma x, don't see sigma. Total of what? X. Sigma x means total of x. See the x. So, column of x is given to you. We need total of that column, x total. It is denoted by sigma x. So, my sigma x is 25. Same way. Sigma y. We need sigma y also. So, make total of column y. So, y total is 30. So, sigma y is equal to 30. So, numerator amount we have already find. Now, see denominator. What about the denominator? Now, see. First, under root. So, under root n sigma x square. So, n you know 5. Now, see sigma x square. So, first eliminate sigma and check what we need. X square. First find x square, then we are finding total of x square. Then it is denoted by sigma x square. So first of all we need x square. So here column x given, we need to find square of that. The square of that is 1 square 1, 3 square 9, 5 square 25, 7 square 49, 9 square 81, and total of this x square values is called sigma x square, and its answer is 165. So sigma x square is equal to 165. Now what is my next topic? Here minus in bracket sigma x given and bracket square is given. Most important thing you have to understand here. First solve the bracket. First find value of the bracket. Then make square of that. Again I repeat. Here in bracket sigma x is given. So first of all you have to write that value sigma x and then making square of that. So sigma x and its square. Here what is the situation? Bracket is not given. x square given and total of x square we need to find. So sigma eliminate. First we have to find x square, then we are making total of that. But what is the situation here? First in bracket sigma x given, so write value of sigma x. The value of sigma x means this. Sigma x 25. So here sigma x 25. So here sigma x 25 written and square of 25. Here sigma x square is given. It means what? This is the x square column and total of x square is called sigma x square. So sigma x square 165. So here 165 sigma x square minus sigma x whole square means sigma x 25 whole square. Now for the next root. In next root again what we need? N is equal to 5, that you know all. Next sigma y square, my requirement again sigma y square. So first don't see at the sigma. First of all we need y square because bracket is not given here, same as sigma x square. So sigma y square, to find sigma y square, total of y square, first of all we need to find y square. So here y column is given to you. This is the y column. We need to find square of y square. So y square, 2 square, 4, 4 square, 16, 6 square, 36, 8 square, 64, 10 square, 100. So all the values of y, it's square, y square. And make total of that y square column, we get sigma y square. So this sigma y square 220 we will use here. N sigma y square. So we will use here 220. N is equal to 5. Sigma y square is equal to 220. So 220. Now next what we need? Minus sigma y whole square. So in bracket sigma y is given. In bracket given. So first solve the bracket. That is the rule of mathematics, you know. Everybody have a knowledge about it. But first of all we need to solve the bracket. So in bracket we need sigma y. Sir, it is already given to you. Y given, total of that is sigma y. So sigma y is equal to 30. What is the new thing? So it is already available. So sigma y is equal to 30 and here 30 square we need to find. So by explanation of this whole thing, you can understand which columns we need to prepare. We need xy, we need x square, we need y square. How we can decide it? Only by seeing formula. So first of all, what is my first step? Read the question, then decide which formula you want to do. Write that formula, and after writing that formula, you can check which columns you need to find, because only 2 columns are given in your question. Only 2 columns are given in your question, and remaining columns you need to find as per requirement of the formula. So here in formula, n requirement, sigma xy requirement, all the things I have explained to you. Now simplest thing, put all the value in the formula and solve the sum. Again I repeat, if any sum you take from the textbook, any sum, you can solve that sum by this method, by this formula. If for all the sums you are using this formula, answer will be same. There will no change in the answer. But here this sum is prepared by me, which is not given to you in your textbook, to explain very much clear about all the formulas. In each and every in each and every question you can use any formula that I want to prove. That's why same question we are solving here with the second formula. In last lecture we have done with first formula. In this second lecture we have done this by second formula. Now see, formula is written. Now write n is equal to 5, sigma xy, sir here sigma xy 190 190 minus sigma x, sir sigma x is equal to 25, sigma y, so sigma y is equal to 30, so sigma x 25, sigma y 30. Numerator clear. Now divide by, in denominator under root, again n, so n is equal to 5 as it is, no change. Sigma x square. Now sigma x square is the fourth column. Sigma x square 165. So here 165, 5 into 165 minus 25 whole square. 25 is what? Sigma x. Here sigma x is equal to 25. Second root 5, n is equal to 5. Sigma y square. Sigma y square is equal to 220 is given. So here sigma y square 220 minus as it is sigma y whole square given. So first sigma y is equal to 30. Here we need to write 30 whole square. Now solve this. You will get the answer of correlation coefficient. By solving this, you can get answer correlation coefficient. Now some of all of students maybe cannot solve this sum also. After this, what they need to do, they cannot understand. For that students only, I clearing this all the things. Just try to understand step by step what we are going to solve after doing this calculation. So first step, multiply 5 into 190. 5 into 190, answer is 950. Minus sign as it is, no change. 25 into 30, multiplication of both, 25 into 30, answer is 750. Now in denominator, divide by under root sign as it is. 5 into 165. First you have to multiply 5 into 165, multiplication of this two. So 5 into 165, answer is 825. Minus sign as it is, no change is there. 25 whole square. So we need to find 25 whole square. Now 25 whole square means 25 into 25. This explanation I given to you all, but it is useful for some students only who cannot solve clearly. Many students are there in past, that is my experience. They can put values up to this level. Then after they cannot solve the sum. And for that particular students only, I am giving this explanation. Otherwise, I can tell to you, do whole sum, then after you can do yourself. But here explanation giving only because of that students, 5, 10, 20, whatever students are there, they can understand easily in which steps we need to go ahead. That's why I am giving these steps also. So over here step 5 into 165. 5 into 165, 825. Minus sign as it is. 25 square. 25 into 25, 25 square. So 625. In second root, again 5 into 220. So 5 into 220, answer is 1100. Minus as it is. 30 square. So how we can find 30 square? Same as 25 square. 25 square means 25 into 25. Same way, 30 square means 30 into 30. So get 900. Now in numerator, 950 minus 750, answer is 200. Divide by 825 minus 625, answer is 200. So root 200. Then after 1100 minus 900, root 200. Now many students cannot multiply even this in this situation also. What is the answer of root 200 into root 200? So here I have written root 200 into root 200, root 200 square. Suppose x into x means x square, y into y square. Same as root 200 into root 200 is root 200 square. So root 200 square. And all of you know, whenever root square is given, then root sign and 2 cancel. Answer is 200. And that's why here 200 root into 200 root is equal to answer 200. Suppose root 5 into root 5 is given, then answer is 5. Root 10 into root 10 is given, answer is 10. Same here, 200. 200 divided by 200, answer is 1. Now you can compare this answer. You can compare this answer with your past answer also. Answer is same. But in last lecture, same sum is solved with the first formula. Same sum is solved with first formula. And here, this same sum is solved with the second formula. Answer remain same. And again, I don't need to explain about that. Answer is 1. Means interpretation of correlation coefficient is what? Perfect positive correlation. If answer is 1, then relation between x and y, correlation between x and y shows perfect positive correlation. Now, this sum again, I completed. Same sum we are doing with third formula, and that is in next lecture. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.